Hello, I'm Edward Hudgens of the Atlas Society. Former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee threatens that if the Republicans embrace same-sex marriage and ignore the religious right agenda, he will lead social conservatives and evangelicals out of the GOP and form a third party. Republican leaders should take him up on his offer and let him walk. Otherwise, the extreme social conservatives are going to relegate the GOP to the dustbin of history. Today, there's a civil war between three factions within the Republican Party. The first faction is establishment Republicans. They accept the welfare state. They just want to make it work a little bit more efficiently. And in fact, many of these conservatives actually expand the welfare state. After all, Romney Care was created by Mitt Romney. Second faction are social conservatives, including evangelicals like Huckabee. Their highest priorities include banning gay marriage and abortion. They dream of imposing on America their version of Christian values. The third faction is the Reagan Goldwater advocates of limited government. You find these folks today in the Tea Party movement. Job one for these folks is to rein in the power of the government, to stop the runaway spending, and to rein in the debt. Now, the best way for the GOP to resolve this civil war is to let Huckabee and the extreme social conservatives leave. Now, you might object that half of the GOP primary voters in 2012 were social conservatives, and the party would die without them. Well, first of all social conservatives and evangelicals, even though they oppose abortion and perhaps gay marriage, do not consider those to be the priorities of the party. In fact, surveys show that half of the Tea Party movement people are socially conservative. It's just that they favor going after large government first and foremost. In other words, not all of the social conservatives, and maybe not even a whole lot of them, would leave if Huckabee bolts the party. Further, the evangelicals are a shrinking and aging part of the voter pool. What's worse is that they scare away young voters who in fact are more socially liberal. The most dynamic elements of the GOP are the Ron Paul supporters who have no particular love for the social conservatives who are bent on managing their personal lives. Fewer Huckabees in the GOP would mean the GOP could harness the energy and the votes of those young people. Also, fewer Huckabees in the GOP would mean that the party could reach out to the new information age wealth creators, the Steve Jobs types of innovators who understand that private initiative rather than government programs is the best path to prosperity, but who loathe the idea of being in a party with what they consider to be intolerant and even bigoted social conservatives. Further, Mitt Romney only got 27% of the Hispanic vote. Now, social conservatives disproportionately favor harsh treatment of illegal immigrants. They're seen by Hispanics as callous, insensitive, and even bigoted. Fewer Huckabees in the GOP would allow the party to reach out to Hispanic voters as well. Now, the more sensible social conservatives realize that with limited government advocated by the libertarians in the GOP, they would have less to fear for the liberties that they love. For example, to home school. Further, establishment conservatives today are distancing themselves from the big government programs that they used to endorse. These establishment conservatives likely would work with the libertarians within the party to create true free markets, which would create the opportunities that would obviate the need for a welfare state to begin with. The GOP, minus the extreme social conservatives and evangelicals, would be a modernist, pro-liberty party that could win elections by promoting individualist values. I thank you for your attention.